So I wasn't going to upload a second video today, but it was, in my opinion, too important to not share. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions, and I quickly wanted to share the news that Justin, Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang arrives in Beijing for talks with Chinese officials. Huang says China is a very important market for Nvidia. Now, I don't see CEOs, at least not always, be this proactive. A lot of you guys heard the news just a few hours ago or a few days ago. Nvidia was faced with a $5.5 billion charge as the US restricts its chip sales to China. So $5.5 billion of something that was not expected to be reported as a potential loss in 2025 of Q1 is now being restricted to be sold to China. So pretty much the US is blocking Nvidia to be able to sell these AI chips to China. Now, can Nvidia figure out another way to do it, to potentially send it to another country who then can send it to China? Possibly. Supposedly there was some conspiracy about that's how some Blackwell chips got to China when it was originally restricted. Is Trump putting these blocks in response to this trade war? But also, it's been blocked before, right? They've been restricted to not sell specific chips to China, so China doesn't advance or get ahead of the US when it comes down to AI advancement. So I'm not 100% certain that this is just because of trade war. But I wouldn't be surprised that it's encouraging the Trump administration to be a little bit more strict with Nvidia. Now, the thing that I just love about this, and you guys know that, like, I've been eager for the markets to retrace. I've been wanting the markets to retrace. Like even today, I'm very happy with how today played out because today, honestly, it kind of sucked. You guys let me know down in the comment section. It was a sideways day for Tesla. I still walked away with $2,500 in the green. I left myself with my one lucky share. I closed out my trade. It was the only stock that I traded today. Nothing on QQQ, nothing on Nvidia, nothing like that, right? But a lot of you guys know with my long-term account, all I've been hoping for is for Nvidia to retrace. I missed it. It was too overbought and it was too overvalued at 153 in the short term. I knew that it was bound to pull on back and I still want it to sell off. I want to see Nvidia at $80 to $90 per share. I was thinking about making a whole detailed video on the best case and worst case scenario for Nvidia because it's a company I'm so interested in investing in. So you guys let me know down in the comment section or get this video to over 500 likes and I'll make the video for you, right? I'll make it probably tomorrow since markets are closed tomorrow in observance to Good Friday. But I'd love to share my opinion on why I love Nvidia so much. But this response from Jensen, who's the CEO of Nvidia, taking initiative, he's being blocked by the US, but because he understands that China is a very important market for Nvidia, he goes out of his way to get shit done. And excuse my language, but it's like, to me, that just fuels me up because it's like this dude, regardless of how much he's worth, he is putting himself on the field, getting things done, or at least trying to. And what more as an investor could you want, right? Nvidia is, again, like a juggernaut of a company. It is literally one of the most valuable companies that's publicly traded. And the more that it sells off, the more I get excited and the more I buy. I've already started buying Nvidia, but I haven't added too much to it because of up and coming earnings and obviously the trade war, the concern of that, yeah, things can get worse before they get better. Supposedly there's talks about China and the US actually negotiating. I saw a message about it. I'm not sure if it's actually true, but we'll see what develops over the weekend. It's a 3-day weekend, and then going into next week on Monday. But imagine this news, because Nvidia doesn't report earnings until almost mid to late May. So it's one of the last ones to report. So it's very unfortunate because Tesla reports, I think, as soon as next week. But the thing that I want to share with you is that with Nvidia retracing, I don't want it to be like, oh, I want to buy at 80 or at $70 per share. And then all of a sudden, Jensen gets this deal done. The block doesn't happen. Trump figures out a solution with China and then markets begin to recover. And then the lowest we hit is 90 or 80, right? I mean, 90 or $100 per share. Do you get what I mean? Like, that's why I think making that video about best case and worst case scenario about getting invested now would be a useful video for myself and a lot of beginners to kind of lay it out. So hopefully, again, it's something that you guys want me to make. But I needed to share that news because you need to be aware of why Nvidia could possibly quickly recover or continue to fall based off of what develops from this news. So if we see that he does get a deal done, that he figures out a way to work with China, then hey, right? Can Jensen encourage China to settle things with the US so they can continue or resume business as usual? Like, that would be an insane win. Again, that's obviously me being very optimistic, very hopeful, but again, something that we'll have to pay attention to. But I needed to share this, right? I'm not fully invested in Nvidia yet, not by any means. I mean, I'm less than 10% of what I actually want to be invested in right now. But the reason I want to share this with you guys is because I think that the qualities and the action that Jensen as a CEO is taking for a $1 trillion company is so admirable. And I wanted to express, obviously, this is just one of the many reasons of why I believe I want to invest in Nvidia, not just because I believe it's a well-run company with, again, long-term growth, but also you can just see how hungry Jensen still is to get shit done. So that's exciting to me. That's really encouraging, but we'll see, right? Will anything develop over the weekend when it comes down to the trade war? Will things get worse? Definitely a possibility. And again, a big focus right now is with the Federal Reserve because of Jerome Powell's comments yesterday during that economic outlook live. And one thing that a lot of people are talking about is that, you know, how Powell stated that he will not save the stock market by doing an emergency rate cut. The only thing that I can actually imagine is if it really comes down to it and the U.S. needs to refinance its debt, like, they're going to need a bailout. Obviously, they're not going to allow the U.S. to default, so they might be forced to start cutting interest rates then. That is a speculation that a lot of people are sharing and just going around. I feel like I don't need to make a video about that because a lot of you guys kind of understand that enough that if it comes down to it, sure, the Federal Reserve might just have to. But as of right now, I think it makes complete sense that, yeah, the Federal Reserve has no intention of doing it and shouldn't have to. Again, you don't want to play with, if you don't want inflation to go up, then don't play with tariffs. We have to understand that there's short-term pain with long-term gain, and I'm all for it. Let the market sell off. Let the stock market feel the pressure. I don't believe that the stock market is a representation, or at least not a direct representation, of how the average American is doing, right? I think it's like the top 8% of the US population own about 80% of the stocks that are publicly traded. So again, it's not a direct representation on how the average American is doing. Yes, it's more millionaires and billionaires that are feeling the pressure as markets retrace 20 to 30%. And that's fine. Let them feel the pressure because the markets were ahead of themselves. But this is where, I don't want to say average people like you and I, but people like you and I can get invested at better deals if we see it to be fit. And that's the part that really excites me. So I'll make sure that I do my part in keeping you guys up to date. All I ask you to do is drop a thumbs up, get this video to over 500 likes, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, for those that want to join my live trading session, I left you a pretty sweet deal. It's the second link down in the description. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access, and it literally breaks down to $1.35 per day. So whenever you feel like you are ready to get started as a complete beginner and you want to watch me trade live every single day right at market open, second link in the description down below. Also, do not forget, we have a bunch of new designs available at shoptechbuds.com. If you're looking for some wall art to fuel your motivation, you might want to check it out. And again, it's all printed on brushed aluminum. So if you guys want to check it out, over 100 designs, shoptechbuds.com, or the fourth link in the description down below. I appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.